This is Charlie Parsons for the Purist Boxing and Fight Hype today. I'm delighted to be joined by none other than the WBO King at 130 pounds in Dubai, Mr. Jamel Herring. Jamel, how are we?
What's good? I'm good, man. I'm good, man. How you doing today, man?
I'm good, brother. I'm good. It's nice to speak to you. It's been a little while.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, it has been a while. It has been a while, but it's good to speak with you as well, bro.
How are the family? Obviously, you're away from them this week, but how is everyone?
Everyone's good. Everyone's good. Obviously, they're just ready for me to handle business and come on back to the States. But everyone is in good spirits, and I'm looking forward to seeing them again. But first, I have to take care of business.
Is that sort of the goal now? You're just dead focused, coming Saturday night. Nothing
Oh
can.
yeah, yeah. I'm dead focused because you've seen all the setbacks and postponements and things of that nature. I'm just glad to actually be in fight week, officially in the same city as Carl Frampton. And it seems like it's been like a long time coming, but I've definitely been focused on just solely getting in the ring and take care of business.
Instantly, not even like 1 or 2 minutes in, but I can see the sort of zone that you're in.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
like totally different to anywhere I've spoken to you before. You just seem laser focused.
Oh yeah, of course, because it's a big fight for me, a huge fight for my career, and with, a victory here can lead on to bigger and better things. So yeah, I definitely just been focusing on doing what I got to do to capitalize on this opportunity.
If I say to you, Jamel Herring defending his world championship, headlining a show in Dubai, does that feel weird?
Oh yeah, because I didn't see it coming. Like what I mean. If anything, I didn't even see myself, leaving the states for a big fight. But let alone in Dubai, that says a lot. So, but yeah, it just it's surreal. But I'm glad to be here. So far, it's been great. The people have been great here, and I've been treated fairly well.
Given that the fight was planned for sort of, well, not planned, but people were talking about end of 2020.
Right,
Then obviously we had the February date, which me and you were speaking about, and I was trying to get accreditation for it, and then that fell through.
right.
Um, is there ever any point where you sort of thought, shit, this isn't going to happen? Like that little feeling at the back of your mind,
Um,
how many postponements?
it's crazy. I never thought that it wouldn't happen, but I was like, man, I'm just tired of all the damn, the setbacks. Like, I get in the groove. You seen it, man. I get in the groove of training camp, and then something else pops up, and it's like, man, like, I knew it would happen. It was like, how long do I have to wait until it happens? Like, because like I said, I have a great team with my management, B&B Boxing, Top Rank, and of course MTK Global. But it was like, man, it seemed like if it's not one thing, it's another, and it's like I had to like jump through so many hurdles and obstacles just to get here.
Obviously, with you, you're huge for the weight, and
Right. Even now, I still look,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
still like
yeah.
my size on me now.
The shape that you get yourself into, and I mean you post it on your Instagram. I see quite clearly. I mean, I was motivated by what you posted. I went for a run before we did. um but given the sort of shape that you get yourself into, when that February date was so close and then fell back, is the prolonged camp that we've got for now, does that make it more difficult because you've got to sort of maintain that huge sort of weight loss kind of thing?
No, I'm glad you asked that. I can actually thank my nutritionist and my strength coach. Like when we got the news about the delay and postponement, the first thing that they did, they wanted me to do was actually go out and put that weight back on, so I don't have to strain and kill my body at being at a weight so long, at being at a lower weight so long that it'll damage me during along the way down to when we actually finally got to the fight. So of course, yeah, it does mentally. It sucks. It's like, all right, I've trained so hard and so long, and and I was, you seen it, like I posted on Twitter. I was right there, close to weight. It was so like, the weight wasn't the issue, but it was more of the, okay, how long? Like basically, the main thing that was bothering us as a team was, okay, what's the new date? What's the new date? So we can like schedule and map out when I can start bringing the weight back down. But I had, the first thing they told me was just to put the weight back on, and go home for a while and enjoy life with family because I do 6 to 8 week training camps, and I've been training since mid-November. So I missed the holidays, but I wasn't gonna miss Christmas. So once they postponed it, I went home at least for a week, spent time with my family for Christmas, and then got that hunger back, I went right back to camp and just started from where I left off at. But we did it the smart way. Instead of overtraining, we took a step back, we recharged our batteries, and we just went back into it.
So that was sort of for you. It was a matter of just listen to a nutritionist, listen to everyone on your side.
Yeah,
the time out.
yeah, my trainers as well, especially my trainers, because we have a regimen each and every week. We turn it up, and then as training camp starts to come down, comes to a near, we bring it back down. But we have a regimen, so instead of me continue to go further up, and and with no breaks in between, that's how you burn out fighters, and that's the thing they wanted to avoid. So they told me just to at least take some time off and then go home for the holidays and come right back and continue where we left off at. They were actually more worried about the postponement because they felt that I was sharp. I was real sharp, then. But but like I said, I told them, after I took some time off, I came back and jumped right back into it, and the worries kind of went out the window because it was like, okay, he's still on his A game. He's still performing at a high level. If anything, it just motivated me more because it took a while just to get here, so I wasn't gonna let anything deter me from getting to what I wanted.
In terms of nerves, almost, and I did write this question before, but I feel like I kind of know what answer I'm going to get. But like I say, speaking to you, you seem laser focused. Do you have any nerves, considering the size of the caliber of this event? I mean, everyone on Twitter over here is talking about it. I've got friends that aren't really into boxing talking about it.
Yeah, honestly, I think the nerves don't really hit me. If I'm being honest, as a fighter, until I get to the venue, until I get to the back room. Like for now, it's just me taking it one day at a time to get there. Because anything can happen in this game. We've seen it. We've seen it, especially in the pandemic. We've seen fight week come about, and opponents had to drop out because of they tested positive for COVID-19. So for me, it just like I'm just taking one day at a time. But I believe when I'm back there with my team warming up, I think that's when the nerves may start to hit. But for the most part, I keep myself cool and calm because I know I believe in my training. I know how hard I worked during camp. But yeah, I think any fighter can tell you that nerves do hit you. It's just a matter of when they hit.
In terms of between yourself and Carl, it seemed very well. I mean, it still does. It's you clearly got respect for each other, and loads of respect. It seemed sort of February, early March time that maybe there was a little bit of needle between the two of you. I mean, a couple of things that Carl said on Twitter, stuff like that. And this isn't me trying to stir.
Yeah.
This is me genuinely just asking, sort of. Are you just seeing this as like strictly business, or if you see it with a bit of spite, is that like a motivating thing?
For me, yeah, for me, it's business for me. I mean, they can say whatever they want. That's how that's just how I am. It doesn't bother me because at the end of the day, only thing that matters in terms of talking is the fist. So like, and I look at things like that also that I could be potentially getting to them, mentally. When people start talking and because at one point in time, let's be honest. At one point in time, when we did the timeline, they were saying that they had the power to knock me out any round. They had the better footwork and the better skill and things of that nature. We've heard it all from that side, but as of late, when the fight was rescheduled, I think things kind of got been quiet. If you really look at it, things were a bit quiet on that end. And I don't know, maybe it could be the war of nerves, or like you mentioned earlier, a reality could be setting in. But for me, I stayed the same the whole entire build up, the whole entire camp. I've been me. I didn't change my demeanor, and I've been cool, calm, and collective. So like I said, for me, and I see people's reaction. Sometimes it could be that they're trying to, get to you because they may feel some type of way. So they're trying to get under your skin. But for me, I don't, it doesn't bother me because at the end of the day, we still got to fight. So whatever.
And that's something that I think, I mean, you're following on Instagram. This is the way I see it, and you're following on Twitter as well. I mean, you're always interacting with people, and it almost seems quite a tight knit community, and everyone sort of knows how seriously you take it. And I genuinely don't know from what I see. I mean, lots of pros take their career very seriously, but with yourself, I haven't seen anyone who takes the game more seriously. I'm always seeing stuff up on your Instagram. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're in shape that I could only dream of, bro. Sort of without giving the game plan away, it's been sort of labelled as a chess match.
Right.
Is that a fight that you're expecting? Obviously, you've got a huge height advantage.
I sometimes, it plays differently in my head, about the day goes. And that's what smart boxers, though, they're known to adapt. You just don't know, because I basically go off making the adjustments, the proper adjustments with what my opponent gives me. We can box, or we can have a phone booth matchup if that's what it takes to get the victory. But I mean, for me, my team and I, we worked on several different things just in case he throws something differently at us, and in between those 12 rounds or however long it lasts. But one point, of course, styles wise, you would think it would be a chess match because we're both boxers, but you just never know the element. You always got to look out for the element of surprise. So he may come with a different approach. So I have to be ready for that. I can't just look at the fight based off of one thing. I have to play a lot of different scenarios playing in my head.
Prepare for every single style possible.
Exactly.
I know when we spoke before your last fight, because we've spoken quite a few times now, and we sort of said that without overlooking this opponent, we can look onto Carl. Is that sort of the thing with this? Like you said to me, that this is, this fight, if you come through, this is life-changing, all the fights that are out there for you.
So I believe, Carl's a big name now. So you get through this fight, of course, the bigger fights will continue to come. So you know what I mean? That's what it's all about. It's all about building that legacy and your own dynasty, of course, with your own career. So definitely we don't want to move backwards. Of course, we want to continue moving forward to bigger and better things. So of course, with a victory here, I'm pretty sure maybe a unification with Oscar Valdez as such. Somebody like that will have it down the line. But like me, I never look too far ahead, but I'm realistic. I'm optimistic, and I believe that a victory here does lead on to bigger and greater things in my career.
And that must be a big motivating thing in camp.
Of course.
Perfect, Jamel. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know what it's like out there. I know you're a busy man. Thank you for giving me the opportunity for this.
Anytime, man. Anytime. I know you've been patient but I appreciate you, man.
Love, brother. We'll catch up after the fight, and all the best come Saturday.
Thank you.